Hey sweet friends, welcome back and welcome if you're new. Today I am very excited to be sharing my farmhouse style master bedroom makeover. This video was so much fun. It's a project that has been a dream for us ever since we moved in. We did a DIY shiplap mantel as well as did peel and stick tile. We redecorated the space and we just gave it a fresh modern farmhouse feel that I know you guys are gonna love. So make sure you stick around to the end of the video for the before and after, and let's go ahead and get started. So starting out, here are just a few before shots of the space. There was a very old school 90s cutout for a TV, and we came up with the idea to cover it with faux shiplap as well as add peel and stick tiles to the fireplace. And how we started out was Caleb actually put studs in where the hole was, and then he nail gunned a piece of plywood, which is a great material to use if you're doing DIY faux shiplap because it's so inexpensive. And he just cut that to size, nail gunned it to the mantle, and now I'm painting it because I don't want it to show through any of the shiplap. Now with the shiplap, it's also plywood and it's 6 inches thick. That's just the thickness I like. It totally just depends on your preference. And he is just making sure each piece is level, nail gunning it. And we're also using 1/8 tile spacers in between every board to get that shiplapped look. So this is our second shiplap project. We recently did our kitchen island. That was our first go at it. And honestly, just practice makes perfect. We are not like the most handy people in the world. We're definitely no Chip and Joanna Gaines. But this is actually very easy once you get the hang of it. Don't be scared to try this in your home because it's such a fun way to add character to the space. Don't be surprised if I do this everywhere in my house now because it always turns out looking so good. But now it's a few days later. I already have the peel and stick tile up on the mantle, or on the fireplace, I'm sorry, and it looks so good. And now I'm just filling the shiplap with wood filler because I'm about to go in and paint, and because Caleb used a nail gun, I wanted to make sure that the holes were covered. So now that the wood filler is completely dry, I'm going in with an ultra white paint. And I ended up needing to do 2 coats of this paint because after 1 coat, I could still see a few brush strokes and I wanted it to look completely matte and just a solid white. And this definitely was tedious. It took a long time, and you want to make sure you don't have too much paint on your brush because it can get in between the grooves. So you just kind of have to slowly and steadily work at it. But I wanted to quickly mention that if you happen to be new around here today, welcome. I am so glad that you stopped by. Here on my channel, I do tons of home decor inspiration, cleaning motivation, and real life mom content. And I would absolutely love to have you join my YouTube family. So if you like what you see today, make sure you hit that little red subscribe button down below. And now Caleb is just gonna go ahead and rip all of the blinds out. These blinds are old and they're dated. The cords are dangerous. And I just really wanted him to take them out. And we had the intention of replacing them with something else. But once he got them out, I was obsessed with the natural light and just how spacious the room looked. It's amazing how some blinds made the room feel dark and closed in, and just ripping those out made the world of difference. And we live on the 2nd story and we don't have anyone behind us, so we have plenty of privacy. And now he's gonna rip out the light fixtures. You're gonna see him doing a lot of handiwork here in this video. But again, this is screaming 90s, this like brassy yellow gold fixture. And I was so excited to get it out of here. And I ended up replacing it with a black lantern, very modern farmhouse style light fixture that I think made a beautiful accent piece. It's amazing how something as simple as changing out a light fixture, changing out hardware, or doing little touches where you're getting rid of gold or you're getting rid of colors you don't like make a world of difference in the space. I'm not sure why it took us so long to replace these light fixtures, because once we did, even if we had just done that, the room would have looked totally transformed. And again, here above our bed, we actually have a ceiling fan, and I could not convince Caleb to do a light fixture here. He needed a ceiling fan, and I kind of agreed. So we decided to rip this old one out and put in just a very sleek black ceiling fan. It looked very modern, and it actually complemented the light fixture really well, so I'm really happy with it. And since he had to take out the bed frame in order to put a ladder here, I was actually able to get in where under our bed is and vacuum, and oh boy, it was a hot mess under there, so it felt really good to do this while he was working on that. So once I finish this, we're going to get to the decorating and styling portion of this video because all of the honeydews are finished, minus Caleb hanging a clock I had picked out for the mantelpiece, and I am so excited to share with you guys everything. I chose a very bold but kind of fun and calming tile. It's kind of almost bohemian, gives it a little bit of a coastal vibe, and I'm loving it, especially going into summer, and I think it complements the shiplap too. And I had Caleb hang this clock that I picked out from Hobby Lobby. It's just metal and wood, and I thought it complemented the space really well as well. And then I just picked out a really simple greenery piece and some candlesticks for the mantle, and these were also found at Hobby Lobby. I am such a sucker for Hobby Lobby. It's one of my favorite decor stores just for the price. And now we're moving on to the bookshelves. Now, I don't consider myself to be a very good knickknacker. I have a hard time figuring out what I like best. One tip I do have is if you're incorporating books, it's a great space filler if you already have them, but turn them around so that you can't see the covers. And that way it keeps the space looking neutral and you don't see any of the tacky covers if there are any like reds or yellows or anything like that. I ended up adding these white beads. They were from Amazon. I have them linked in my Amazon store. They just added a really fun texture to the space. And then here on the bottom, a simple photo of Caleb and I. And over here, I'm just adding a basket with some greenery. This was my favorite little piece here on these bookshelves. And I have two small ferns up on the bookshelves if you see them now. And I'm actually going to change those out here in a minute. I realized they were way too small for the space and wanted something a lot fuller. But like I said before, I'm just going through and adding little pieces here and there, just kind of perfecting it until I can get it exactly how I like it. I feel like I'm a little bit of a broken record when it comes to decorating the bottom of a fireplace. I found those really cute lanterns at Hobby Lobby. I love the black contrast, and I have several of these baskets throughout my home. I always just throw a pillow, a blanket, and some flowers in there just to give it a little something extra. I think it looks really nice and put together. And here's a little close-up, and I'm going to go ahead and move on to my desk area, which I wanted to keep very simple. Not a lot of clutter because I do work here, especially now that the area is so pretty. I found this gorgeous desk lamp at Kirkland's and then just added a little greenery. That one came from Legacy Home Decor Store. It's an online boutique. And I decided to add this little basket to the mantle and then of course go ahead and light a candle. I found this chair at Pier 1 over a year ago on clearance, and I'm just covering it with a cozy blanket. And then I found this white poof at Target as well as this little gray pillow just to make the room feel even more cozy, and I wanted something I could rest my foot on. Now this table is one of the only actual antiques I have in my home. This belonged to my great-grandfather and it's actually a cigar box, which is super cool. I might eventually paint it, but for now it makes me happy knowing it belonged to my family, and I just threw a picture and some pretty florals on it. And then I went ahead and added a magnolia wreath. I wanted to keep the decor very simple over here since I had a lot going on the bookshelves. I didn't want to take away from that. And I recently got this bedding. I haven't shared it with you guys yet. I got it several weeks ago. I found it on Amazon, and it's a bed skirt comforter, and I think it is so pretty. It does such a good job of covering all the sides of my bed, and there's just something about white fresh bedding, especially in summertime, that I think is absolutely beautiful. And I'm actually adding some ruffled Euro shams as well, just to make it even more luxurious and hotel-like. I think these are really pretty. They were also an Amazon find. And in case you're wondering, my bed frame is from Wayfair. It was very inexpensive and we've been really happy with it. All of my furniture is from IKEA, and then those lamps there are from Hobby Lobby, but they are pretty old, so I'm not sure if they still carry them. But now I'm going to go ahead and decorate above my chest of drawers, but first I'm wiping everything down with my Young Living Thieves household cleaner. It's my favorite for furniture product. And I found this sign that says, "Love you then, love you still, always have, always will." I found it at Hobby Lobby and I just thought it was the sweetest thing. And then I added a glass vase with some very simple, delicate florals. I thought they were very pretty with a pop of yellow, and you could still see through and read the sign. And then I just added a black lantern from Kirkland's and a little bird accent there. And now I'm swapping out these small ferns. I'm going to put those on our nightstands and then put the large ferns. I found them at Hobby Lobby on clearance, and oh my goodness, they totally made the space. I'm super happy with them. And I added this little picture here just because that door never likes to stay open, and I thought it was a pretty accent. And now I'm going to finish off the room just by giving everything a good vacuuming so that everything feels fresh and clean. And I am so happy with how everything turned out. I love this space. I think it's beautiful. It's like a sanctuary now, and I cannot wait to reveal with you guys the final room tour here in a second. Okay, you guys, so here is a look at the before one more time. I hardly remember how this looked before, and here is the after. Oh my goodness, what a transformation. I am so happy with this Modern Farmhouse coastal feel we gave to the space. So much beautiful natural light from ripping out the blinds, the light fixtures, the way the mantle turned out, all of it. I love that pop of blue from the tile. I could not be happier with how this space turned out. I know we're going to enjoy it for a long time, and it truly does feel like a sanctuary now. I hope that you enjoyed this video as well, and that it gave you tons of farmhouse decor inspiration, and maybe encouraged you to tackle a few DIY projects in your home. If you did like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. And again, if you happen to be new around here today, welcome. I'm so glad that you stopped by. Make sure you hit that little red subscribe button down below before you leave today, and I hope to see you all really soon in the next one. Bye guys.